Hello everyone, this is Nathalie the blogger, and I come back today with another video that will bring some wrap up into some specific different genre that I would have read this year, 2018. So today will be the time to dive into, or to skip the planets and go into the sci-fi genre. So let's fly. The Zodiac series by Romana Russell. So you have the Zodiac and you have Wandering Star. We are in some kind of a future, somewhere in space, and more specifically in the Zodiac constellation. So all of the different signs are represented with different planets inside, different, not necessarily species, because depending on the environment of the planet, so the humans maybe slightly evolved differently, but anyway. And we are following the main character Roth, who has a natural ability to read the stars, so she can know what's going to happen. Very interesting, you're gonna say. And something catastrophic will happen right at the beginning of the first one, will change absolutely everything, and specifically her life and their future, or maybe just go, bring back her fate differently, or the way that it's supposed to be. I don't know, I really don't know. And yeah, so a lot of intrigue with maybe a 13th constellation is a hiding one, or maybe it could be a villain one. It's about uniting the Zodiac constellation and trying to survive. That's all I can tell you for the best of it. I really do love the series. Last Day on Mars by Kevin Emerson. This is the first one, I think, of the trilogy. In 2019, I will finally get my grip onto the second one, and I can't wait. But in the meantime, kind of mysteriously, maybe not, the sun has started to swallow all of the planets. So Earth is gone, and Mars is about to be eaten by the sun as well. So pretty much all of the last humankinds have already fled the planet to find another destination way far away, and we are following the last, or we are not really following the last spaceship before leaving the planet, but more two characters that their parents, scientists, are working in a way to I forgot the word. They are finding a way to terraform their new planet where they're going. So we are following for the last, and it's even slightly less than 24 hours, those two kids. And they have tons of adventures, gripping, thrilling, scaring, worrying for themselves, for their parents, for possibly the rest of the humankind, even the one that have already fled. It is fast-paced. It is exhilarating. I loved it. It is the first of the Firebird series by Claudia Gray, so it will be 1,000 Pieces of You. We are following Margaret Kane, and she lost her father, who has been killed in a car accident, but like I said, has been killed, so not an accident. And he invented with two of his students a tool, a Firebird, to travel through dimensions where you have the same people, but obviously they are living different kind of lives. And one of the students stole the Firebirds and jump into another dimension. So Margaret, with the help of the other students, they are going after him, after the first one, to get the Firebirds back and avenge the death of her father. The one that I started to talk into my sci-fi review, the Insider sci-fi review on the planet Mars, and specifically onto the colonization. It will be Colony 1, Colony 2 by Gerald M. Kilby. I'm sorry, I'm gonna start it again. Gerald M. Kilby. I always gonna butcher his name. I really don't mean it, because I love that series. We are on Mars in some kind of a near future, where a private corporation has sent a group of 15 persons to colonize the planet. After a huge sandstorm, all the communication have been lost, and ever since, no sign, no noise coming from Mars. So we are 3 years later, this first expedition, and a new team from the NASA this time is sent on the planet to investigate, discover what happened, if someone survived, and we'll see about that. So we start at the landing onto the planets. The team go quickly into their colony 1, which is the first site of the first group 3 years ago. Beside few dead bodies onto the planet, no sign of the 51st members. So big mystery, what did happen? But pretty much quickly, the captain, commander, whatever of the mission will show some pretty good serious sign of an illness, a mysterious one, and he wanted desperately and kind of very angrily to kill everyone. That's pretty much normal when you are getting out of Earth, right? And yes, so the Dr. Jan Malbec woman, because I don't know, Jan doesn't sound necessarily woman, nevertheless, she's gonna investigate the best that she can, what that kind of illness is it, before everyone else gets sick and everyone wants to kill one another, and at the same time what happened to the first group. And this is super fast paced. I mean, it's like maybe in 2 days it happens. There's always something. You have the anxiety because obviously there are some crazy people. It is so good. In the second one, we are following Jan Malbec. I think it's 3 years, anyway, so a few years after what happened at the end of the first one. And she just have some doubts about the first 50 person from the groups, the first colonists, and she decided finally to go on to colony 2, which will be the second land site 3 years ago, to sort of investigate or try to have some answers about what might going on really onto the surface of Mars. And from there, a lot of stuff happened, a lot of crazy stuff happened, and I know that you're gonna like it. Red Hope from John Trees, and I did again a very extended heart-to-heart review about that book onto the Insider review. One of the rovers on Mars discovered or sent a picture with some very intriguing artifacts, like very intriguing enough to motivate the whole planet, well, the space agencies, to send a team on Mars to start to colonize the planet and to get some answers about that artifact. And so we are following the team when they are training before takeoff and what's going to happen onto the planet. The Ruins of Mars by Dylan James Quarles. Sorry. An indie author as well. This is the first one of the trilogy. They are sending 2 satellites in artificial intelligence satellites over the top of the planet Mars to map the whole planet, and before starting a colony there. And they discover some ancient ruins. If they are ruins, that might be ancient. And obviously, what a surprise! They are preparing a team. I don't remember that. I think they are quite a few going there, but we are mainly following a young archaeologist. Obviously, we need one for study the ruins. And I can tell you just this is the first installment, so we are pretty much landing the whole story, and it really gonna be more in development into the second and third. But last book of sci-fi for 2018 was the first, I think, from Melissa Lander's Starflight. We follow Solora. It's kind of a unique name. And she decided to leave the planet. She is an orphan, and she has been tagged as a thief with some tattoo on her knuckles. This is the kind of thing that happened into this world on Earth. And she wants to go into the outer realm. The life is easier for the one who's been cast as thief or criminals or stuff like that. Otherwise, it's extremely, how can I say, you're gonna get extremely angry at people reacting against her. It's, you know, that kind of anger that we felt with Harry Potter when he was so badly treated by his family, from the non-magical. So that kind of feeling. So she will find the best way possible to make it there. Unexpected adventure will happen and change her life, start to change who she is, since she's making the trip with Dorian, which is another teen, but he is a rich kid, and kind of a change of situation, because I don't want to say, will make him see things in the world, and especially Sora, differently. And so you start to have kind of love relationship feelings into here, but you have some space pirates and some bounty space hunter, and I really did love it and enjoy it, and I can't wait 2019 to keep reading the next installment. So this is everything that I read sci-fi, or according to my criteria, sci-fi for 2018. A lot of good stuff. Please subscribe, click the bell button, give me some thumbs up so you're not gonna miss anything. And until the next time that we're gonna see each other or hear each other, have some lovely readings.